This is gonna kill him. This is the one right here.
All right, not bad, but check me out.
Okay, Prez, I'm impressed.
For me, right?
I honestly didn't know you had it in you.
Look, man, I gotta try sometimes. Gotta clean it up a little bit every now and then.
I like it. I like it.
Pretty slick, right?
I mean, we're gonna be on national TV tonight. We gotta look the best.
I don't know, man. Kenny might give you some stuff for that one.
Kenny's old school. He didn't even know what fashion is, but you know what? Shaq got our back.
Oh, no doubt, man. Like, I mean, we gotta be like two of the best dressed rookies in the league, right?
Orange juice.
All day.
Yeah.
Hey, yo!
The 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. Welcome, everybody. We have the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great, in some minds, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Suns in Phoenix. Well, for the Suns, they've been on a tremendous run, and we're deep enough into the season now to know that it's no mirage. These guys definitely for real. And going head-to-head tonight, two teams that truly rely on the three ball. Shaq, what are your thoughts about that style of play?
I know Kenny's going to laugh at this tape when I say it, so Kenny, if you want to laugh first, go ahead. All right, way. Back when I was playing defense, I couldn't play a strong zone. Yeah, see, I knew you was gonna laugh. I knew you were gonna laugh.
Oh my God, he was playing
Nowadays-
defense.
Cheat activated.
The 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Welcome, everybody. This is 2K Sports with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. And tonight, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Phoenix Suns. For Phoenix, they've been on a tremendous run, and we're deep enough into the season now.
It's game time in Phoenix as the crowds look to cheer on their hometown Suns. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Looking at the last game for the Phoenix Suns, it was a win against the Timberwolves in Minnesota. And that was a serious blowout. Not too many people can claim that they saw that coming. Two sharp-shooting teams here tonight, Chris. Long-range shooting on display for sure.
I tell you what, Kevin, it's never more critical than it is today. I mean, the old school folks might not like it, but the three-point barrage is becoming the game's preeminent weapon.
Good point. And the Houston Rockets starting five. Beverly and Harden are the 1 and the 2. Anderson is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Ariza in at the 3 slot. Harden kicks to Capella. Harden against Young. Left side Anderson. No one near him. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Oh, you just love how Harden moves the rock. When a teammate is wide open, he gets it to him so fast.
Stolen by Beverly. Young against Harden. Pass to Capella. Harden down low that time. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Mike D'Antoni. David, what do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, he didn't outright say he was satisfied with his defense, but he did say that offense was important tonight. He told me numbers 1, 2, and 3 on our list are getting good movement, good looks, and making some shots. That's our focus. See if they can make that happen tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for filling us in there, David. Getting their offense sorted out is the priority here, guys.
And that's what typically drives them. So no big surprise there. They'll be expending most of their energy at the offensive end.
Yeah, true, and it'll be interesting to see which sets they run. I mean, over the course of the game, because they have the talent and versatility to go in a number of ways.
Harden the pass to Beverly. Houston moving it around. Harden outside. To the middle. Looking for Beverly. He gets it there.
And you can see the impact Prez has on defense. His mere presence makes shooters nervous.
And you just love the chemistry of orange juice on and off the court. I mean, look at the outfits they came into the arena with today.
Those get-ups needed to come with a brightness knob. I thought they were going to blind someone with those colors they had on.
As you know, in the NBA, everybody knows everybody. But Prez has taken that phrase to heart. I don't think there's a single part of the league, guys he doesn't interact with.
I mean, he's certainly a social butterfly in that regard. But Prez is a very forthcoming guy, and he isn't afraid to reach out to another player or figure in the league. Not surprising he's so connected.
And finished off by Prez.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. There's the pick. Harden dishes to Beverly. The shot misses. Suns leading by 12 to the inside. The basket drops and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
The Suns shooting their first free throw tonight. Prez no good on the free throw.
Now, by this point, we all know the approach the Houston Rockets front office has taken to assemble a team. It's made for some great years for Houston, but they have yet to turn the corner.
Here's Chris, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Great job, guys. Nice work. Take a seat now.
This game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
They played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Well, I mean, you can say it. The defense was awful. They took away nothing and got scored on relentless.
And Anderson kicks to Harden. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Prez. Fast break, here come the Suns. Warren with the ball. Another one falls for Phoenix.
3 straight baskets in transition now. They'll want to end that trend in a hurry.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Ball's knocked loose. Now here's Anderson. He's guarded closely. 5 on the clock. They need this. Rebound by the Suns. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
Yeah, and this game kicks off a 4-game season series between the two teams.
Yeah, I expect this first one to be a battle of wills, though. I mean, each side trying to gain the upper hand, not just for now, but for the rest of the series.
Now here's Beverly, guarded by Herrera. Ariza outside, kicks to Harden. Back to Ariza for 3. The shot, no good. Now the Suns take it the other way. Now the dish to Young. Stolen by Harden. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Young with the ball. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Hey, way to put the squeeze on them, guys. Green in, let's talk.
Historically, the Suns have always been a more offensive-minded franchise, but their lack of defense really came to harm them last season, Greg. Just couldn't get any stops.
Yeah, the Suns had a tough time challenging shots and preventing easy baskets. Most of their struggles as a team started on the defensive end, had one of the worst opponent field goal marks in the entire league.
And now Young running the floor all by himself. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Don't be slipping on that orange juice now.
Remarkable focus by Young to nail the shot. The D starting to rough him up a little bit, but in the end, it doesn't matter.
And the Rockets making a change here. Williams is checked in, and Beverly kicks to Anderson. Outside Williams, looking to end the drought, gets the three-pointer to fall. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Rockets have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. He kicks it to Ariza. Here's the screen. Outside Williams. 6 to shoot. From deep. It's hauled in by Warren. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Really, Prez is out of this world. His ability to knock down these tough shots despite the contact, that's what makes him so special.
Gordon's checked in for the Rockets. Phoenix shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
Chris, in the NBA now, there are a great deal of power forwards who take bits and pieces of your game and add it to their own. But when you grew up, who did you model your game after?
Oh, wow. Well, growing up, I mean, it's very simple. My favorite players are the players that I modeled my game after. As a big fella, I wanted to be a ball handler, and so the best ball handler was Isaiah Thomas. I wanted to be a great passer, so I looked at Magic and Larry Bird for those areas. I wanted to score, and so I looked at Larry Bird and Dominique in those areas. Hakeem Olajuwon, Charles Barkley. That's the great part about basketball. We see greats today, but they wouldn't be as great as they are if it was not for the generation that came before them. Why? Because you kind of know and you have a bar that you want to set, and it's hard to know how much to challenge yourself until you see that bar. And so guys setting the bar, setting those expectations, setting those goals allows for guys to work on their game and get better. So, I mean, just think in 20 years, what will guys be doing out there with the generation that we have now out there setting the table for them?
Yeah, great perspective. Here's Capella, and nothing is falling for him right now. To the paint, here's Chris. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Chris has got his second bucket of the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Anderson passes to Gordon. Here's Capella. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. That's their third straight make off an assist.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
To the middle, tipped away. Stolen by Warren. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. Hard finish there at the rim from Young.
While not the most polished player on offense, you can bet he will attack the iron.
The Rockets shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Gordon kicks to Capella, and some nice passing there by Houston. Young with the steal. A shot by Len, wide open, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
And guys, give them credit. I mean, they've taken advantage of the turnovers in the open floor.
On the wing, Williams. 1:09 left to play in the first quarter. Dishes it to Capella. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Capella's got his second basket of the game.
Come on, when Capella is draining the mid-range J, the D has to be nervous. He is really demonstrating signs of improvement.
Shoots the three. And that three from Prez set up by the pass from Young.
And Young is an unselfish guy, and he was looking to get Prez the ball in that situation.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Great resolve there on defense, allowing nothing easy.
And the Rockets making a change here. Nene's checked in. Anderson dishes to Beverly. Got a piece of it. Now here's Prez. Defended by Beverly. Young hooking up Prez on that score. Terrific play by Orange Juice.
And those two have such great timing together. They make the game look simple.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Gordon from outside. They get the rebound. Williams against Young. Now Williams. He picked up 15 points in their last win against San Antonio.
And he also was a Badger on the defensive end, finishing with 3 steals on the night.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
It's really the ideal start that any team wants. Now they have to ride this wave throughout the rest of the game.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. The Suns on top, running away with this one. 2K Sports, back to Phoenix after this. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway.
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Yeah, and at some point, you'd think the defense would extend out and try to run these guys off their spots, or at least make them shoot a little earlier than they'd like.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Harrell is out there with Gordon. Then it's Harden, and it's Williams at the shooting guard position. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Timberwolves was terrific. He ended up with 56 points and was his usual self on the defensive side with a number of steals. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Thanks for the report, David. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that one.
Oh, well, let's see if he gets special attention now by the defense. You know, obviously they saw what we saw, but how much did they try to take away from him early on?
Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for Phoenix. And Harden wide open. He shoots. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Oh, and that catch and shoot J from Harden is unblockable, just quickly shooting off the pass.
And a problem that this Rocket team, Chris, has had to deal with the last few seasons is quitting on themselves during games.
I mean, that's something you have to bring to the table as a player yourself. That's something that is very hard to coach out of a team or prevent because it's all on the mentality of the players. Just mental lapses in general have been a big problem for the Rockets over the last couple of seasons. And it's a shame because they have been so deadly when they all have their heads in the game from start to finish.
Well, this is what it's all about. Both Prez and Young have it going, and the numbers are piling up.
And Orange Juice putting the squeeze on for sure. Tremendous play from that duo. Yeah, sloppy D there. You can't let him get the ball in his hands down there.
That's just a total breakdown on defense. Man, there's no reason why he should be allowed to catch the ball that close to the basket.
Nice release there from Prez to knock down the triple.
I love his form. I mean, it's so repeatable and clean in terms of the release. Just great stuff from Prez.
His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Oh, Harden really gets going down inside. I mean, he isn't afraid of anyone, not even the big guys roaming nearby.
Williams passes to Herrera. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Rockets have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Harrell kicks to Nene. Low block shot, and it's off the back rim, no good.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
Well, that's just a stupendous effort by him right there. He stopped him dead in his tracks.
That one goes in.
And much of the offensive production has come from their willingness to get out and run.
Harden kicks to Williams. Back to Harden. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Really surprised he clanked that one. He makes those on the regular.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The Rockets shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. And here is Harrell, looking for his first basket still in this one. And here we go. Suns running again. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Gordon. The Suns have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. Chris, there's such a difference between creating offense in transition against finding looks when things slow down. What are the keys to finding consistent offense in half-court sets?
Well, one of the keys is patience. I mean, you have to have patience. Move the ball side to side so that you can move a player laterally. It's harder to move laterally than it is north-south. And secondly, you have to attack the defense. Where there's one guy, attack him. Hopefully you will draw help. And then you pass. And the guy that you pass it to, he doesn't have to shoot. He can wait while the defense is retreating out to him and move the ball again. So ball movement is secondly. And then thirdly, I think it helps where you rebound. I think you know where the shots are coming from because you can anticipate. And so I think it's just patience and ball movement that helps in half-court sets.
That's an excellent point. Right block shot, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nene. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for Houston.
And really, the long ball hadn't been a big factor for him. Not a lot of attempts, not a lot of makes either. Nothing wrong, though, with probing inside on days when the shots aren't falling.
Here's Herrera. Non-stop scoring machine here. Takes a three. Another three for Phoenix.
And really can't fault the D there. Perez just torching them with better offense.
Knocked loose. Now, here is Harden. He's guarded closely. Williams with a clean look, and no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
I mean, you got to be honest. So the transition defense just has been lacking.
Now, here is Harden, covered by Herrera. Nene with the screen on Young. Here's Williams. Williams with the block. And now the Suns, a fast break. Here's Booker, and he converts the layup. Booker's got his first bucket in this one.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
Well, and as a result, their field goal percentage has been very solid. A really admirable job done by them so far.
The shot by Nene, no good.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
Oh, well, this is the hard part. Once you give up momentum, very difficult to get it back.
You have got to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
His three-point shot has just been lethal today, and there is no end in sight to this barrage.
Well, if you believe that a point guard's defense is just as important as his offense, then these guys have been outstanding lately. The point guard steal leaders from the past 10 games. Prez, number one.
And despite the offensive responsibilities that come with being a point guard, I think he may enjoy the defensive aspect of the game even more.
Well, to me, that's what makes him such a unique player, because not everyone likes playing D. But this guy, he truly loves it.
Great pass to the rim there from Orange Juice. So hard to stop when they do that.
Yeah, you can defend against it all you want, but that was a pinpoint pass and finish.
For Houston, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Back to Harden from the baseline. Good on the shot. Harden's got 9 points now in the quarter.
He just looks more engaged this second quarter. A far cry from his disappointing play in the first period.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
For the captain of the ship, you know the rest of his teammates look to him to provide when things are tight. He came through again.
Fires the three. No good on that one. Great D that time from Herrera.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Bangs home the trifecta.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Ariza kicks to Nene. And he overshot that one, missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Herrera drains the three, and yes, he'll go to the line for one more. That one is on Ariza.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Houston making some changes. Clint Capella comes in for Nene. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Lou Williams.
One shot.
Man, Prez plays so hard. All heart, all hustle when he's out on the court.
And Beverly kicks to Harden. Back to Beverly. And some nice passing there by Houston. Shot clock at 5. They need this, and that's an air ball. Not even close. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, a lot of Thunder fans still lamenting the trade of James Harden to the Rockets a couple of years ago when he became a superstar. But Harden doesn't. He said recently, "This is beyond my expectations. If I'd stayed in OKC, I'd still be in a good situation, but I don't think the sneaker deal and these other opportunities would have happened." He added, "Look, this is a grind. Every time you lose, you're blamed. For me, it's about continuing to work and focusing on what I can control." Kevin?
He deserves that top billing, DA. Thanks. And you folks at home might be able to hear it. Pick it up. The crowd chanting for orange juice.
And this crowd appreciates great team play, and they have been spoiled with that here tonight.
Harden against Young. Harden dishes to Capella. Ariza has the open look. The Rockets again can't hit.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
A three-pointer is right on target.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Well, it's no secret, Chris, that Mike D'Antoni is an offensive-minded coach.
Well, everywhere he's gone, offense has not been the problems for his teams. He's long been regarded as the mastermind of one of the best offensive teams ever with the Suns. A lot of his assistants from those days are now head coaches in the league or in front offices.
1:24 left now here in the second. Back to Beverly. That's tipped. It's stolen by Prez. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Prez leading the charge. Launches it. Another three for Phoenix.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Here's Harden on the wing. The pass to Decker. Shot to end this cold run. They get it again. Capella kicks to Beverly. Ariza outside. On the wing, Harden. Poked away. Down low. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. Gordon's checked in for Houston.
Checking in for the Rockets, Aaron Gordon.
It's stolen by Prez. Chandler, the pass to Herrera. Lays it up and banks it in.
Prez is paying the defense no mind, keeping his eyes on the basket and burying the shot.
Houston's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. It's stolen by Prez, and the shot is good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The Rockets shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. It's stolen by Prez.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
Well, it really went well according to plan there for the D. They completely baited them into taking that shot, making that move, and they were ready for it.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Suns on top, running away with it. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. A lot of scoring in the first half. What got you going offensively in those 2 quarters?
I mean, coach tells me to do something and I do it. Simple as that. He wants me to assert myself on offense, so I did. And I don't know, there's nothing more to it, simple as that. So sorry to disappoint you guys.
You never disappoint when you play that well. See you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away brief.
Bring it in, guys. Hey, great work in the first half. Hey, this is what happens when we play our brand of basketball. They cannot stop us. Now stay focused, guys. Let's win this game and go home.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Prez.
He's just been terrific. This is what they needed from him.
Earning a double-double for the night is awesome, but doing it in one half, he is out hustling everybody.
Now here's Beverly. D right on him. Herrera, he's in at point guard. Laying out there with Chris. And it's Young. And it's Warren in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Harden dishes to Anderson. Here's Ariza. Good on the triple. Ariza's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Rockets.
And the three-point shooting skills of Ariza are just lethal. A volume shooter from there to flat out light it up. But when you watch Clint Capella play, you notice how smooth he moves for a center of his size. He gets off the floor easily to contest shots or grab boards. He can cover a lot of space in a short amount of time when acting as the help defender.
It's tipped, and the ball goes out of bounds. We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far.
And when you come into a game with the mindset of going right at the rim and not settling for outside shots, this is what your shot chart will look like. Every chance they've had to either attack the paint or play back to the basket, they've taken it, and it's been a complete success thus far.
Harden outside, pulls it from the elbow.
And gotta credit the D of Young there, using every inch of his frame to contest these looks.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And that one's good by Herrera. And with Capella in his movement, you also like what it does for him in transition.
Well, don't forget, Capella has that deceptive limp, too. You don't think he can take off from that far out and get a shot. But all of a sudden, boom, he's dunking right there on your dome or throwing your shot out to the third row for a souvenir for some kid to take home.
Here's Young. Another one falls for Phoenix.
A sensational focus. Young not letting the D affect his jumper at all. What a gifted shooter.
Poke loose, and as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. And while we've got a moment, let's check out the best defenses in the NBA. The Suns, #1.
Well, the defense has been stifling. They've allowed the fewest points per game in the league. Quick, physical, they work well together as a unit, something their coach emphasizes.
Can they get it? And the layup good by Beverly.
And Beverly is lightning quick on the drive. Not many guys are going to be able to keep up with him when he's moving that fast.
From the arc. Again from deep. The three-pointer good from Herrera. Perez has got 9 points now in just the second half. Rockets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Anderson with the screen for Ariza. Pass to Harden. Harden missing again.
Oh, man, his form seems rushed today, like he's trying to get rid of the ball as soon as he gets it. That's why barely anything is going in for him.
That was enough space for Young to convert the deep ball.
And Young can knock those down if you give him the chance.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. It's stolen by Prez, and the call will be against Prez. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, but just the second turnover of the game. I mean, overall, pretty meticulous offensively.
Passes it to Beverly. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Beverly's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And that one's good by Herrera.
What range. Prez is just an awesome shooter from downtown.
Here is Harden. He's got 9. Just 5 on the clock. Houston moving the ball around. And Beverly kicks to Capella. Phoenix grabs the miss. Warren's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Jacks up a 3. Sticks another. 3 more from Herrera.
And they came out smoking here from beyond.
Well, no one is stepping up and making them beat them off the dribble. Until that happens, they'll continue to burn you from there.
Harden the pass to Ariza. And another 3 for Houston. Chris, you played for 5 different teams. How much does the city you live in and call home matter during an NBA season?
Well, it's different for everybody. You know, it's different for everyone. It was great to go home to Detroit for me because I wanted to live and stay in my city. I wanted to eat my mother's cooking before the game. You know, not many times could I do that. You know, I can only do that once or twice or once a year playing on the West Coast. So, you know, those type of things, being close to your family, you know, if you have younger siblings or children, that type of thing, you know, if you have kids, what school they go to, you know, I've seen players take and weigh all those things. But for me, I've just been blessed to play in some great places with great fans. Washington, D.C. was a wonderful place. You know, that city really showed us a lot of love as a young team trying to find our way. And then Sacramento, you know, just some of the greatest fans in the world as well, just embracing us, and they had embraced the Sacramento Kings in so many losing seasons, so that's just who they were. Their character was just that of encouragement, and so I'm glad that we were able to give the people of Sacramento what they have been waiting for so long, and that's some exciting basketball. And so, you know, the cities that you play for are very important. And me as a fan, you know, I still thank the Bad Boys for how they represented the city of Detroit during those years, and Isaiah and Joe Dumars and Bill Lambier. So for me, just from a fan perspective, the relationship with the city, the players, is always important.
Well said.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
A quick shot there, and it's off target. Stolen by Anderson. He dishes it to Williams. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Williams has got 5. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender. Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Harden outside. It's stolen by Prez. Fast break, here come the Suns. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And really like how Prez keeps his hands moving, which is why he comes away with important steals.
Houston's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Now here's Ariza. He's got 8. Nene, the screen. Williams kicks to Ariza. Misses the 3. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum. Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Here's Nene. Hits the jumper in space. Nene's got his second bucket.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
Well, when you get buckets, you have great recognition, and that was great recognition right there by him to see he had a mismatch. He exploited it flawless. That's just because he's completely in rhythm. His accuracy has been absolutely fantastic.
And here's Harden for 3. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Here's Herrera. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Now look, when Prez is nailing these shots left and right, the D has to be nervous. He makes it look so easy on the offensive end.
Back to Harden. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Len. Here's Herrera. Stolen by Harden. He feeds it to Anderson. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 6th assist on the night.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Drills the three-pointer.
What a silky jumper from Prez, making the pull-up shot look effortless.
Here's Harden. Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup. Nene's got 4 points this quarter.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Herrera, another three for Phoenix.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
Well, they just look sharper out there compared to their opponents, and it's because of how they are spreading the floor on offense.
The finish, and a hard slam there from Prez to finish off the play.
And that's the athleticism that had him so highly touted coming into the league.
Harden kicks to Williams. Harden dishes to Nene. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
And for years, we've heard everyone point out the fact.
So it's the Suns winning easily here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Whew. Big night, man. Offensively. How were we able to keep that scoring going?
Man, my teammates kept me going, to tell you the truth. Whenever I got tired, they just urged me on and kept feeding me the ball. I didn't want to let them down, so I just kept trying to go full speed the whole time, and it worked, man. Crazy game, man.
Crazy indeed, man. Congratulations. Thank you for your time.
All right, Joe.
All right, back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.
That was a hard-fought game out there. What do I always say? We can always do better.
There he is. What's up with you, man?
Hey, Prez.
Looking pretty good? Feeling good? All right. Orange Juice was in the building tonight,
Ooh,
man.
you seen that today?
Full
Dynamic
effect.
duo. Orange Juice, baby.
Full picture of it, man.
Ain't know what to do.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kev. Now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Prez. Is he human? I ask that in all seriousness because putting up those kind of points, not in the 50s or 60s, but 70s, no words can truly describe that level of pervasiveness. That's going to do it for our broadcast.
Justice. So you've always been a good defensive stopper. Last few games, you've put up some good offensive numbers. Can you talk about how your approach has changed?
You didn't know I could score the ball now, did you? It's okay. I forgive you. Just don't forget. No, but I'm becoming more consistent. And, yeah, get more opportunities, more minutes. So from here on out, it's game on. Thanks.
Hey, yo!
All right, thanks, man.
Oh, man. You said this?
Yeah, I said that, man. It's frustrating. I mean, me and Justice are just on the verge of building something here, so spoke my mind.
No, hey, look, I get it. I got to run some damage control. Truly, I'm inspired.
Look, Bruce, you don't have to say anything, man. I said it, I meant it. Just let it play out.
I do. I got endorsements calling me, management's calling me. They want to make sure you're still part of the team.
Of course I'm still part of the team, man. I'm still here, right?
Yeah.
And look, if they trade me, I'll go play wherever
they're
they
not
trade.
trading you.
How do you know?
I promise they're not going to trade you. You're king of the town. They are not trading the king, all right? I'm going to take care of it, and just trust me on this one.
All right.
I'm going to handle it.
You're going to handle it?
Handle.
Ow. Just kidding. Thanks, Bruce.
Yep.
Appreciate it, man.
Yep.
Big bucks, Bruce.
Yep.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. And it's happening out in Phoenix, where the Suns will be going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, more than solid play for them of late. 7 wins in their last 10 outings, making their mark and playing well. And Eric Bledsoe, one to watch in our game tonight. Just a force to be reckoned with out there on the floor.
In Phoenix, Arizona, as the Suns are about to go into this interconference contest. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. We take a look at the 76ers facing off here against a very talented ball club, guys. This is a tremendous chance for them to put all their skill and talent on display.
And I think for the 76ers, they've played some good basketball this year. They have to consider this season to be a success in terms of where they are at this point.
Well, they ought to. I mean, I wasn't sure they were going to be able to do a lot of damage coming into the year. But I'm a believer now.
And before we get underway here, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who is able to talk with Brett Brown.
Okay, Kevin, thanks very much. He told me he's anticipating just as tough a game today as the first time they met this team, a result that did not go their way. He said, "We know we're in the underdog role against these guys, and that's fine by us. We welcome the challenge." Well, let's see if they're up to it. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David.
Well, in the NBA draft, there's a train of thought that you draft for talent, not for need. The Sixers adhered to that and created a bit of a log jam at the center position as a result.
And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Jahlil Okafor is out there with Saric. Then it's Simmons, and it's McConnell in at the point.
Excellent activity by Perez, really getting the opposition into trouble thanks to his effort and energy and hustle.
And for the Sixers, a lot of talent in the front court, but you knew the time would come where they need to balance the roster.
Exactly. I mean, with Okafor, Embiid, and Noel, all natural centers, come on, just not enough minutes for all of them. When you box yourself in like that, can make it tough sometimes to get the value you'd like to get in a trade.
And the big news off the court this week is that Prez will be the newest face of Gatorade. It seems silly to talk about sponsorships, but he is in elite company now.
Michael Jordan, Kevin Durant, and now Prez. These are and have been the NBA faces of Gatorade, and it must be a huge honor for Prez to be the latest name on that list.
The play of orange juice just hasn't been the talk of the team. It's been the engine as well. The whole team, the entire team playing better. The new duo on the floor.
And I think in part it's because of all the attention defenders have to spend on both Prez and Young. Orange juice has a gravity when they are on the floor where defenders just get pulled towards them.
And really, Prez learns things so quickly out there. I mean, I really think the sky's the limit for this guy.
It's stolen by Prez. And a look at Prez there, just punishing the rim.
Oh, and you love the ferocity that Prez finished that playoff with. No layups for the big fella.
To the left side wing. Simmons with it. He picked up 24 points in their last one against New Orleans.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
That's tipped. Here's Okafor. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Boy, never giving up on the glass and getting an easy bucket as a result. Persistence paying off for Okafor.
Took him no time at all on that one. And that's 10 points for Prez.
And early on, they looked great. They made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Here's Young. He's coming off a 25-point game against Houston.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air.
And Prez looking very calm as he drills that three-pointer.
And he has the confidence to take that shot when he wants. Nice finish to get his team 3-point.
No good off the front iron.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, it really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession.
You could tell.
Nice job, Orange Juice. Hustle up, take a seat. I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we want it more than them. Remember, you're my Pippen and you're my Jordan.
Just the defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Just 3 to shoot. It's stolen by Prez. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And a look now at the three-point production. This is three-point shots made by Orange Juice versus the rest of the team.
And really, what a season. When you look at the volume of three-pointers between Prez and Justice, you can't help but think of Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. I mean, OJ is the newest version of the Splash Brothers, except, you know, with a little extra dose of vitamin C.
They get a hand on it. And Chandler, here we go.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Simmons. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, I tell you, how about the passion of Simmons? I mean, just sticking with it on the glass.
Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
And Ben Simmons, the latest star to come over from Australia. Many feel that he could be the player that vaults Australia into a powerhouse on the international level. A lot of hopes being placed in the shoulders of Simmons.
Yeah, fellow Australian Andrew Bogut said that Simmons will most likely be the best Australian player ever in just a short time. I mean, his game translates well in international ball, has the frame and playmaking ability to just carry a team.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been 3-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Suns.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Robert Covington's checked in for Philadelphia. Here's Luwawu, and he can't stop the run as he misses.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. And so here is Philadelphia.
Now the offense is sputtering a bit here, starting to fall behind.
Yeah, it's been a cold start, no doubt. But they've got to find a way to put some points on the board.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Timeout. Start it. Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused.
You can't give possessions away like that and expect to win.
Suns on defense. Passes it to McConnell. Got a piece of it. And Prez with a clear path to the hoop. Nice slam there from Prez, who got to the rim on the pass from Young.
That's how you get juiced. Nice pass from Young to set up his pal, Prez.
The 76ers have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. And Sarge kicks to Okafor. McConnell passes to Okafor. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Okafor's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, I like the fact Okafor is a big guy who handles contact well. Not all big guys do. You got to do better than that if you're the defense.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here's Chris, following the basket by Justice Young. Chris passed to Herrera. To the middle. Looking for Young. He gets it there.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And now the fast break. Prez with the ball, and he makes that one. Prez has got 26 points.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Leaps for it. Phoenix, another fast break opportunity here. And he finishes the break with the lay-in. 28 points for him.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And Phoenix making a change here. Booker's checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Bayless is checked in. And head coach Brett Brown last season receiving a 4-year extension from the Sixers. Despite that, front office turnover put his job in question.
Yeah, and I think a lot of coaches around the league are very protective of Brett Brown because they saw what he was going into and knew it was going to take a while. He's presided over such a drastic rebuild. I think he deserves to have the chance to see it through so he can maybe reap some of the fruit of the sacrifice that he's made and the franchise has made and the way they've tried to build the team.
Here's Bayless following the basket by Prez. The pass to Chandler. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Sarge kicks to Okafor. Okafor with a screen on Booker. Covington dishes to Okafor. That one goes in. Okafor's got 6.
That is really outstanding work by Okafor. He's a real talent in the paint.
It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. And let's look now at the group of young players that have been locked in from the charity stripe. Your leading rookie free throw shooters of the past month. Dario Saric on top.
He has been locked in at the line, taking complete advantage whenever he's got an opportunity to put points on the board.
Really knows how to get to the stripe. He converts at a high level there, a high rate, excellent concentration. He's got a really smooth, repetitive stroke. He's got it rolling.
Here's Herrera. Jahlil Okafor making his last shot. Covington kicks to Bayless. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Prez. And here we go. You look at that great two-man play from Prez and Young.
Well, you know Young likes to get the ball to Prez when he can, and he found him in a good spot.
Now here's Bayless, guarded by Herrera. It's stolen by Prez. Booker with no one around. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And defensively, they've given up a slew of fast break points.
Yeah, 7 of the last 10 points they've allowed have come in transition, Greg. They've got to recover quickly.
Now here's Bayless. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Herrera. Another one falls for Phoenix.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area. I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass it.
Floats it up for Young. Good score there coming from some smart passing by Orange Juice.
And Prez knew what Young was thinking, and boy, was the setup perfect.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Luau. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. For 3, Covington. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. He feeds it to Young. The dish to Prez. Up in time. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, the Suns pretty much in control here.
You know, they're not going to sit back and just take jump shots. It's all about attacking the paint and getting to the rim.
That's who they are. They've been the aggressor early, attacking the hoop and getting into that paint.
Phoenix has gotten all but one of the three-pointers to go down in this game. They've gone 7 of 8 so far. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Splitter. Jared Bayless is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Simmons. And it's Holmes in at the power forward position. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Rockets delivered quite a performance. Just an incredible number of points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Appreciate it, Dave. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Jared Bayless. Here's McConnell. He's covered by Herrera. And here's Splitter. He's coming off a 10-point game against New Orleans. Holmes can't get it to go in. Now here's Prez. He's covered closely. Trying to find Len. Gets it to him. Buries the easy one. Len's got his first 2 points.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
Now here's Simmons, defended by Young. Can they get it?
And gotta credit the D of Young there, using every inch of his frame to contest these looks. You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Phoenix shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. Prez, no good on the free throw.
Excellent game we've seen from Prez. He's got 45 points and a ridiculous number of steals.
Offensively, defensively, man, he has done it all.
All hustle, non-stop effort. He just doesn't quit. Great resilience and relentlessness in his play. Well, I tell you what, they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy, fast break baskets.
And on a really nice run here. And defensively, you've got to force them to operate in the half court. It allows you to put bodies on bodies.
For the finish, and finish off by Prez.
And you know, Prez's ability to capitalize on these and-one chances are why he's so respected in the game of basketball. Superior strength on display there.
The Suns have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it, and the shot goes down. The 76ers have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. It's stolen by Prez. Pass to Len. Now here's Prez. T right on him. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
That, to me, is good use of the mid-range J by Simmons, taking whatever the defense gives him out there.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
ill-advised shot there.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Three-pointer drilled by Prez. You know Young was looking to send it his way.
And the chemistry between Orange Juice to make that play happen is just exceptional.
There's the pick. Pass to McConnell. They get a hand on it. Here's Holmes. Williams with the block. And Prez with a clear path to the hoop. And finished off by Prez.
And when Prez gets room to run, the D is toast. I mean, a fantastic finisher in transition.
Here's McConnell. He had 10 points in the win against New Orleans. And that one's good by Herrera.
Defense leading to offense. Another turnover and another basket.
And we all know miscues can really be game-changing. Pretty much the most damaging play you can make is giving the ball to the other team without your defense being set.
Here's McConnell following the basket by Prez. Back to McConnell. He dishes it to Splitter. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Holmes. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Now here's Prez. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Orange Juice connecting on the alley-oop. Great pass and great finish.
And you saw that little bit of eye contact between Prez and Young. They had that in mind the whole way.
Out to the right wing. Now Young. He's got 12. And that one's good by Herrera.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now here's Simmons. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. From deep three-point range, and there's Prez on the assist by Young. 63 points for Prez.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
I'm not even going to comment on that one.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
Now here's Simmons. Here's Holmes. He kicks to Covington. Clock at 6. Simmons with it to stop the run. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Okafor is checked in for Splitter. Anderson comes in for Simmons, and Jared Bayless subbed in for T.J. McConnell.
The three-point stroke of Robert Covington is really a thing of beauty. You can't let him get loose from the outside. He's dangerous. And Jahlil Okafor, kind of a throwback big man. I mean, already a virtuoso on the low block. He's got terrific hands, excellent footwork, moves, and counter moves.
Here's Herrera. Anderson with the block. Out to the wing. From deep. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. And post-ups are losing favor in the league lately. Do you think, guys, Okafor's talents fit the way the game is played now?
Well, I clearly think his post-game does have value. I mean, nowadays you just have less room to operate. I think he'll need to find other ways to help his team offensively, offensive boards, stretching the floor, things like that. You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
And terrific passing by Prez. So skilled at moving the ball around the floor.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Williams passes to Herrera. Floats it up for Young. Oh, what a game it's been for both parts of Orange Juice, showing exactly why they are so deadly.
And Prez and Young have both been putting up numbers here, feeding off each other's energy. Just great team basketball.
And finish off by Prez.
And Prez is never bashful about attacking the rack. When he sees space, he sprints towards it.
Bayless dishes to Okafor. Feeds to Anderson. And it's Bayless in the corner. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. And a chance now to review the shot chart.
Well, I think a big issue for him right now is his performance from the mid-range. Just nothing seems easy for him at the moment, and it's resulted in a lot of missed opportunities for himself and his team when he's taking that shot.
Picked by Okafor and stolen by Booker. And now the fast break. Prez with the ball. Young on the follow. Young's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into easy points.
And finish off by Prez.
And it's great to see Prez in attack mode, just wanting to shoot the ball every time he's open.
And here is Bayless. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And now the Suns, a fast break. Floats it up for Young.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Prez. Tops in scoring, first in steals, and he's a devastating finisher on the inside. The best field goal percentage in the league.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
And the layup falls.
And Prez scores from anywhere, inside, outside. This guy does it all.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. To the inside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Kicks it to Okafor. Covington passes to Bayless. Knocked away. To end the drought. Hits it from 3-point range. Bayless has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Inside. Fast break Philadelphia. Bayless leading the charge. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Bayless has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, one of the things about Covington is that his length bothers the opposing players. I mean, he's somebody that takes defense seriously and looks to pilfer the ball whenever he can.
And scoring at will, starting to pull away here.
Certainly this.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. The Suns on top. They finish off the second quarter with a huge surge, an 18-5 run. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, you've done a great job of finding the open guy in the first half. What have you seen that's allowed you to exploit the defense?
Man, I wouldn't say there's any one specific thing, really. My teammates have stepped up and made plays, and that's really all there is to it. So if I keep doing my job, we should be good to go.
All right, man. We'll see you in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Bring it in, guys. Hey, great work in the first half. Listen up.
The streets around this beautiful arena in downtown Phoenix, the home of the Suns. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. We're seeing a tremendous game from Prez.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Herrera, he's in at point guard. Chris is out there with Chandler, and it's Young, and it's Warren in at the small forward position. So that's who Earl Watson starts the second half with. Simmons, and that one hits back iron.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
Young in the corner. And Young just drilling the three there. Nice look.
And that's the shot that's dropping for Young when he is playing with confidence.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. Here now, the league's highest scoring teams the past 10 games. What a stretch it has been for these guys. The Suns #1.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be in a rhythm in terms of scoring, and they are putting up some big numbers.
From 18 feet away, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Knocks it loose. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. And finish off by Prez.
And Young just has this innate feel for when one of his guys is open. I mean, he gets those passes there with real precision and fire.
Here's Llewellyn. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. It's stolen by Prez. For the finish and the dunk by Chandler.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
And it's Phoenix's ball. They've got a 13-2 run going.
And Ben Simmons was so highly praised during his brief college career. Came in with lofty expectations, and his play on the court really nothing short of amazing. Still, his team faltered, and he didn't even get a chance to play in the tournament. And that's a rare thing for a top prospect like him.
Now, here's Sarge. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Here's Herrera, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Boy, they are feasting right now off of all of these turnovers.
D to O. It's been a major catalyst for him, defense to offense.
Here's McConnell. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Looking to end his cold spell, and Simmons with the nice bucket inside. Simmons got 6 points.
And I like watching Simmons go to work down low. I mean, with his length and strength, there aren't many guys that can keep up with him down there.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
Here's McConnell following the basket by Prez. Tipped away. It's stolen by Prez. By himself, and finish off by Prez.
And all of a sudden you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop and at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised for a terrific crunch time run here.
Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot and they look totally dejected.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Splitter comes in for Okafor, and it's Rashawn Holmes in for Sarge. Floats it up for Young.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
Philadelphia's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. It's stolen by Prez. And you folks at home might be able to hear it. Pick it up. The crowd chanting for orange juice.
And this crowd appreciates great team play, and they have been spoiled with that here tonight.
Here's McConnell following the basket by Prez. Will it go? Poked away.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's McConnell Philadelphia moving the ball around. Splitter, that's good.
And guys, really admire how Simmons finds the open man consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
Now, here's Warren. This one for three, and he knocks it down. Good-looking three there from Herrera.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Simmons with it. He's covered by Warren. Passes it to Luau. Out left to the wing. 5 to shoot. Shoots a three. Another three for Philadelphia.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a three, and then we'll take it right back.
In the corner, Simmons with it. Elbow shot is on the way. The shot misses. Now the Suns take it the other way. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And they tailored a fantastic, I thought, offensive game plan. And that went, I mean, they knew exactly how to exploit the holes in that defense.
And exploit them they did. I mean, they exposed them tremendously. They kept so much pressure on the defenders over the course of that game that the defense really never had an answer.
To the middle, here's Herrera. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Suns.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And Simmons is accustomed to finishing over all types of defenders. I mean, that jump shot is just pure money.
Now here's Prez. Non-stop scoring machine here. And the shot is good.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Here's Simmons. 8 points for him. Splitter sets a screen for Simmons. To the paint. Splitter, that's good. Splitter's got 4 this quarter.
Beautiful to see Simmons working in pick and roll sets. He just knows when to shoot as well as when to pass to his teammate.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Now the feed to Splitter. Now the pass to Holmes. Here's Luau, defended by Young. No good from Luau. Phoenix has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Pass to Chris. Herrera. Here's Warren, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. So it's the Suns winning easily here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time.
Yo, Steve.
What's going on, Prez? Ernie and the guys in the studio want to talk to you.
All right, let's get it.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kev. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Prez.
Hey, what's up? This is Kenny. Now, you were all over the floor tonight. Congrats on a triple-double. Now, do you consider this one of your best games of the season?
You know, it's always nice to get a triple-double because, you know, it shows you were able to contribute in a lot of different ways. But the biggest one for me is helping us get that win. So personal stats, going to have to take a backseat to that W, Kenny.
Well, the only way you get those W's is those kind of stats. So congratulations.
All right, thank you, boss.
And that is a wrap.
You know I gotta ask. How do you feel about this trade possibility?
I know you gotta ask, but look, I don't know if I can talk about it.
Look, it's me. I'll keep your name out of it. I just want to know how you feel about potentially losing your best friend on the team.
Well, you're not the only one who wants to know that information.
Fair enough. It seems like you two are just getting started. Doesn't it feel like they're stopping a potential dynasty before it can even get rolling?
Look, I don't know, Jason. I mean, of course it doesn't feel good, but I'm a pro, you know? Every day I go to the gym, every game I have to give it my all, regardless.
I know.
Look, I will tell you this. I know that in order to be successful in basketball, you have to have consistency. So if we have a plan, you got to stick to that plan. And if Justice has been a part of that plan, then why would we change anything up? I mean, he's earned his spot, so what else do you need from him?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. President.
You got it.
Hey, yo! All right, gentlemen, this next game is going to put our winning streak to the test. I guarantee you Harden is going to come prepared. So let's work on our catch and shoot opportunities from the screen. Let's go. All right, let's take our competition to the next level. All right, here we go. All right, let's take our competition to the next level. All right? Here we go. All right, come on, guys. Good practice today. Focus. Come on, focus. That's it for now, gentlemen. The coaching staff will be around if you need anything. All right, guys, over here. We can't afford to take it easy on this road trip. I guarantee you Harden is going to come prepared. So let's get some one-on-one full court. Yeah, come on. Let's do it. All right, let's take our competition to the next level. All right? Here we go. Let's work on the pick and roll next, okay? Here we go. Come on, guys. Concentrate on the fundamentals. Come on. Fundamentals, guys. Okay, we're good on drills for today. But remember,
The 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center. And for Houston,
the Suns come into a Western Conference contest in this game. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. That's certainly what we have in store for us today. Joined courtside with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And before the game gets...
Guys, you told...
Thanks so much, David. This is a matchup featuring two gifted offensive ball clubs.
I don't think you and I are going to mind. We're going to see the ball go in the rim tonight. There's no question. What offense on both sides. These are some sweet shooting teams.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Herrera, he's in at point guard. Chris is out there with TJ Warren. And it's Young, and it's Chandler in at the center. And Beverly kicks to Anderson. Feeds to Harden. Puts up a three. That one misses. So Phoenix will take it the other way. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Their shooting percentage in that game was ridiculous. I mean, they created a lot of good looks for themselves, and you could see they were in rhythm and just continued to knock them down.
You know, a lot of that a product of how well they move the ball, making the extra pass where it made sense. And, you know, that's how guys got such clear opportunities at the rim.
Lets a floater go. It's tipped, but they'll get another chance. Beverly, the pass to Ariza. Just 5 to shoot. And some nice passing there by Houston. From deep. Another miss by Houston. Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Chandler, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
You know, I'm amazed Tyson Chandler still provides great rim protection. He still has that incredible length with that standing reach, can bother shots just by going straight up. And as a veteran, he knows exactly what he can and can't get away with when assigned to slow down an opposing big man.
And it's Capella missing.
0 for 4, they can't buy a bucket.
There's the three. Another three for Phoenix. Nice release there from Prez to knock down the triple.
I love his form. I mean, it's so repeatable and clean in terms of the release. Just great stuff from Prez.
Here's Herrera. Another three for Phoenix. So for all the rumors of Young perhaps being on the move, they were quickly put to rest with Prez shooting them down.
And who knows if there was any truth to those trade rumors.
Nice job, Orange Juice. Hustle up, take a seat. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused.
The biggest obstacle has been the health of Eric Bledsoe.
Right, it's debatable, Kevin. Top 20, top 30 when he's healthy, but he's now torn his meniscus in both knees. This is a player with elite athleticism, and that's part of what makes him special. Injury's tough to predict and can force a franchise to revise their timelines. And there it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
Lets it go with a 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Ariza outside. Pass to Harden. Puts it up from 12. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
You can always bank on him to have an impact with his offensive arsenal.
Chandler dishes to Prez. 3-pointer. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
There's a screen. Now the dish to Anderson. Here's the 3. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And how about that, responding to the 3-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Boy, this feels like a developing game of one-upsmanship. Love to see teams try to outdo each other like this.
And that one's good by Herrera.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Anderson the screen. Harden kicks to Anderson. Dishes to Harden. Anderson with the screen for Harden. Fires the 3. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
And that one's good by Herrera.
Their 3rd 3-pointer in a row.
Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Rockets.
And they love to spread the floor with shooting. A lot of 3-point attempts, and that's been the league-wide direction, and this group has been no exception.
Harden against Young. Harden kicks to Capella. Anderson the screen. Shot clock at 6. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got his 2nd basket.
That, my friend, is what we call poetry in motion. Terrific pass that led him right into the shot.
Young hooking up Prez on that score. Terrific play by Orange Juice.
And those two have such great timing together. They make the game look simple.
And Beverly kicks to Anderson. Ariza outside. Here's Harden on the wing. And Chandler sends it back.
Yeah, this is a guy who's always been able to get off the floor quickly, and Chandler gets all of that shot attempt right there.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
There's the pick. Anderson the screen. Here's Beverly. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
It's about awareness and an ability to get out on the shot and disrupt without fouling. Beautiful.
Ariza passes to Capella. Now here's Beverly. He's covered by Herrera. Here's Harden. Another shot. That one doesn't go. The Suns go the other way with it.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
And
bring it in. Take a seat. I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we want it more than them. Remember, you're my Pippen and you're my Jordan. finish the...
As we were talking earlier about the 5 position, how it's changing. You know, you've got Anthony Davis, who's now stretched his range to 3-point. He's got mid-range game. He can go back to the basket. He's dynamic in the open floor and a real presence on the defensive end. I can't wait to see what happens with Anthony Davis.
Boy, somebody taught him well when he was young because his handle's good. He plays almost the position like a point guard.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think that's the key. I think he played that position earlier in his career because he had that great growth spurt. But I think Anthony Davis, you know, it's about the skills certainly, but it's about the work ethic and the IQ, and he's got the whole package.
Smart kid. And that one's good by Herrera.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Houston's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Back to Harden. Anderson, a screen on Young. Here's Ariza. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Here's Herrera. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Harden against Young. And the basket by Harden.
Yeah, not a good start for him offensively. Just 2 of 8 from the field, but his confidence has not waned.
Floats it up for Young. And look at the alley-oop laying from Orange Juice. Great connection on that pass.
There wasn't any doubt that play would be finished by them. That great stuff from Prez and Young.
Harden against Young. Harden outside. And Houston again with the bucket.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
I think you'd like to see a little more determination defensively to fight through that and contest a bit.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Ariza has the open look. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
You know, probably could have gone strong to the hoop, but with the D out of position on the break, I like his decision to take the 3.
Young left side. Nice finish on the sequence there. Prez getting the ball to Young.
And the 2 working in concert. Great play all around from Orange Juice.
Here's Capella and the dunk by Capella.
Woo, you talk about threading the eye of the needle. He has an uncanny feel for this game.
Here's Herrera. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And really, that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
You know, I'm surprised the defense hasn't done anything to take away that 3-point shot. You know, that's their preferred weapon tonight.
Ariza no luck.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Get open, get open!
To the left wing. Back to Beverly. And he makes good on the layup.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Herrera. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
The Rockets shooting 45% from the field early. Now here's Harden. 17 points for him last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And phenomenal on the other end, defensively applying a ton of pressure and forcing a lot of turnovers.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me. This high-powered offense has been on display. They're having their way at that end of the court.
Young with the steal. There's the feed to Prez. And Young kicks to Prez. 3-pointer drilled by Prez. You know Young was looking to send it his way.
And the chemistry between Orange Juice to make that play.
Well, Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, the Suns enjoying a nice lead here.
You know, it's been a great display of team basketball here thus far.
You know, everything runs better when you're being unselfish. The reason they're piling up assists is because they're willing to pass until they find a good shot.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Herrera in at point guard. Williams is out there with Chris. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Young in at the 2.
Obviously a different role for Nene these past few seasons. This was once one of the better starting centers in the league. Now he only starts in spots, and he just doesn't seem to have the same impact on the game.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the 76ers was superb. Just an incredible number of points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it, and he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Great job, Dave. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, we know by himself he can win a game for you. He has that kind of talent when he's at full capacity, and right now, he couldn't be hotter.
They get a hand on it. Booker with it. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And with Nene, you think back to when he was able to plant himself on a blocked doors and just get any shot he wants through sheer strength and force, but not anymore.
Well, I think the one thing, Kevin, you can say is Nene still gives you good efficiency as a post player in terms of his productivity. The problem is with the way the game is moving, it's harder to find him guaranteed minutes. Obviously, there are quicker and more versatile options at the power forward.
This is crazy. Every shot they're taking right now is finding the mark.
I mean, these guys are so locked in. It's amazing. Just an incredible run.
Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
And terrific passing by Prez. So skilled at moving the ball around the floor.
Gordon a screen. Now the pass to Nene. To end the run. They grab their own miss. Harrell, that's good.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Gotta believe they'll hear about it in that next time out. They have to box out better.
Here's Herrera. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Harden dishes to Nene. Stolen by Len. Booker with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. And Booker kicks to Prez. On its way from Young for 2. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
And really, Young is never going to pass up a catch-and-shoot opportunity. He's remarkably efficient with those kinds of shots.
Back to Williams. There's a good screen. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. Williams has got his first bucket of the night. Floats it up for Young. Deflects the pass. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker. And you talk about huge single-game scoring performances like we're watching here tonight. Going back, only one player, think of this, only one player in NBA history to go triple digits. And that's the Big Dipper, Wilt Chamberlain, on March 2nd, 1962.
Truly an iconic record. I mean, 100 points. I mean, it's hard to wrap your mind around, but Wilt was a man among boys, a player who changed the way an entire sport was played. Truly a revolutionary. And he just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And for a team with as much talent as the Rockets have had over the last few seasons, the results have been pretty mixed.
Yeah, and look at the club's recent rosters. I mean, they've been filled with a couple mega stars than everyone else. At some point, you have to look past all the individual stuff and make the commitment as a team to play for each other. Unselfish, fundamental basketball.
And this is what everyone wanted to see. Great performance from Orange Juice.
And this is why they are so dangerous. When one gets it going, the other follows suit. Prez and Young showing up in a big way.
Here's Herrera, and the rejection by Harden. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Gordon. A second chance effort. Count that one. And that's 11 points for James Harden.
Just has a tremendous nose for the ball, buried his way into position and got the putback.
Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
And just amazing awareness there. Prez whipping the ball all over quickly to the uncovered man.
Williams inside, defended by Young. Poked away, stolen by Len. And now the Suns a fast break. Here's Booker, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Good possession there, exactly the way they drew it up.
The Rockets have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Houston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Harden the pass to Nene. Young with the steal. For the finish, nice slam there from Prez, who got to the rim on the pass from Young.
That's how you get juiced. Nice pass from Young to set up his pal, Prez.
Here's Nene. Goes back up. Rebound by the Suns.
Struggling to make shots this quarter and making it hard to catch up.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. So for the Rockets, Deckers check in for Harrell, and it's Patrick Beverley in for James Harden.
You think about the Suns roster, it's an interesting mix of veterans and youth. Getting the right blend of that is truly important, and I think the vets provide the leadership. The young players give you room to grow.
And the basket by Gordon.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Here's Herrera. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Prez has got 54 points. And the Suns have not been content to sit back and build through the draft. They've gone after the big-name free agents. Doris even traded away picks.
And Kevin, the danger there is that you get stuck in the middle, right? The Suns have some promising young talent, and I think that's the angle they have to focus on. Be patient and build for the future.
Here's Beverley. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. He dishes it to Gordon. Back to Beverley. Shoots the three. No good that time. Now the Suns take it the other way.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Just remarkable vision. Young is so talented at spotting the open man.
Decker kicks to Beverley. Pass to Williams. Young with the steal. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart.
And what a big-time game we've seen from him. He's been the one looking to create and get a shot each trip down the floor. Every time a shot falls, his confidence just grows and grows. Just an all-around tremendous offensive showing.
Houston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. To the middle, and stolen by Booker. Back to Young. Trying to find Len, gets it to him. Again, Phoenix.
And they're not taking their foot off the pedal. They just keep adding to their lead.
Yeah, their focus, their toughness, energy, it's all been on the high end of the register, and they're being rewarded for it.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Floats it up for Young. Stolen by Decker. One-on-one here. Beverly dishes to Nene. Good. Nene's got his second basket of the night.
Now, this is Nene's craft, right? He works inside, has a knack for getting it up and down.
Great communication on the alley-oop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Right side, Williams. Rebound by Williams.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Booker with no one around, cans it from downtown. Booker's got 12 points in the game.
Well, you're talking about a guy like Booker, perfectly suited for the catch-and-shoot game.
Lets it go from the wing. No good for the 5th time from the floor this game. He's made 2 shots.
You know, he's had a tough quarter shooting the ball, but one thing you have to give him, he's fighting out there.
You have got to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
I'm not sure anything will slow him down at this point. That's how confident he looks shooting from long range. Tunnel vision is a bad trait to possess, and he probably should not have taken that 3.
Gordon with no one around. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
And that one's good by Herrera.
And Prez is the last guy you want to let get hot if you are the defense. When he's scoring like this, the D is in trouble.
Over in the corner, Beverly kicks it to Decker. He feeds it to Williams. Launches a 3. Williams missing again. And so a pretty lopsided game.
Bring it in, guys. Hey, great work in the first half. Hey.
Day turning tonight here in the Southwest. We're in Houston. Welcome back, everyone. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. We're seeing a tremendous game from Prez.
How about a double-double already? I mean, this is the sort of energy performance that just energizes your entire team.
Those kinds of stats take a lot of sweat and hard work, and he only needed a half to do it.
Harden and Ariza, the athletic wing pair. Ryan Anderson out there with Clint Capella. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. 4 on the shot clock. Doris, you've interviewed so many coaches over the years. Which coaches do you enjoy interviewing the most?
Well, I have to say my classmate, Billy Donovan.
No kidding.
We were both point guards in the class of '87. I like to tell Billy he was the second best one in that class, in fact. But I do enjoy.
I bet he enjoys that, too. He's a good man, isn't he? Huh?
He is, no question about it. And because he's new to the league, he's not objecting quite yet to the ad nauseum questions we tend to ask over and over.
How about quickly talking with Greg Popovich at San Antonio, which is always a challenge, whether you're calling the game or you're on the sideline.
I want you to understand something. When I am walking over to Greg Popovich, I want you to understand that my heart is pounding. I'm probably sweating.
No, come on.
And I'm trying not to shake.
Oh, come on. That's against everything you are. I know that. It's always good conversation, though. Harden outside. Anderson with the screen for Ariza. Passes it to Harden. Phoenix grabs the miss. Chris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the league and NBA teams have become much more aware of protecting players' health. And they're finding out that rest and sleep are a huge part of that. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said medicine and science have improved, and thought processes do as well. He said in the old days, guys played 48 minutes. Well, we've made advances. We don't go backwards with this stuff. We go forwards. Guys, that's why they want their players off their feet as much as possible.
Good report, GA. Thank you. Got a piece of it. And Prez with a clear path to the hoop. Jumps. Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
That's a beautiful jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Good on the three-point shot.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
And Phoenix pushing it up now. Here's Chris, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Yeah, really good passer for his size. Chandler always keeps his head up, looking for opportunities to help his team.
Here's the screen. Feeds it to Beverly. Stolen by Warren. Young passes to Herrera. Unloads. Again, Phoenix.
And how about the pressure they're able to now start to apply, taking advantage of every miscue.
Anderson, a screen on Young. Harden kicks to Anderson. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 6 assists in the game.
You know, this is the trend in the NBA. Big guys who can step away and drill it with range.
Connects from three-point range.
And they have come out of halftime in fuego.
Rockets have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And Anderson has it in the corner. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
We're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
I mean, this efficiency is pretty unreal. I wonder if they made a couple of adjustments in the half.
And that one drops. Beverly's got his second bucket.
You know, very effective possession. You won't miss too many shots from that close range.
No one near Prez as he lets it go. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Just a superb pull-up J there. Can't let Prez burn you with the shot if you're the D.
And for all the scoring, Greg, that James Harden gives you, he's also one of the top playmakers in the NBA.
You know, and even coming out of college, Kevin, a lot of scouts felt Harden could play the point. I mean, that's one of the reasons why this guy is going to consistently be in the MVP conversation.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza. Phoenix making some changes. Ulis comes in for Young, and it's Eric Bledsoe in. Phoenix has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Suns.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight. And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Prez.
Well, we can talk about how easily he was converting all night long. Just a spectacular offensive display.
And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Herrera, he's in at the point. Young is out there with Chris. Then it's Alex Len, and it's Knight in at the 2. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Down to 5 on the shot clock. for three. Williams, it doesn't go for him. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
What's up, Steve?
What's going on, Prez? Guys back in the studio want to talk to you.
Perfect.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thanks, Kev. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Prez.
This is Shaq, and once again, you picked up the double-double. How do you get the team clicking offensively?
Man, I don't think I can take much of the credit here. We've got so many guys who will get the job done when they get the ball that it doesn't really matter who's making the passes. We all played our part and got that W, and, you know, that's what matters in the end.
All we do is win, 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 no matter what. Thank you.
All right.
And that is the end of our broadcast for this evening. It
Why'd you
sounds like
change
an
your
old
voice?
1940s guy, don't
Oh,
I? That's
close
the
to
end
it.
of our broadcast for this evening.
Kenny, Ernie,
For
join
Ken
me.
Smith and Shaq O'Neal.
Join me. It's so hot.
Look, guys, to be honest, I've said everything. Okay, there's nothing else left to say. I'm a professional basketball player, so wherever they pay me to play, that's where I'm going to play. And with that being said, I love what we're building here, and I think we have a chance to do something really special. That's it, guys.